Hello, everyone. Welcome back to day 25, 30 for 30 challenge. Today, we're going to be joined by Patricia Loff, who is a fellow graduate, a good friend of mine personally, and we're going to ask her the question of the day after we get to know her a little bit. So just going to wait for Patricia to join us here in a moment, and then we're going to dive in and dig deep. Here we go. Okay. Oh, it says connection failed. Let's try it again. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, here we go. Got it. Nope, connection failed. Oh, connection failed again. Let me try it this way. I think it's not working. Okay. Yeah, okay. I wonder if this is Patricia, I know you're here. Do you think it has to do with the cellular connection because it's a cell phone? Oh,
okay. Woo.
Okay. How are you? Thank you for being here.
I'm well. How are you?
Oh, I'm excellent. Now that I see your beautiful glowing face.
And right back at you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you hear
Okay.
me okay?
Yes, you're perfect.
Okay.
You're beautiful. Perfect.
Thank you.
Just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll jump into day 25.
Okay. My name is Patricia Loff, and I am a health transformation coach, sorry. And I have courses on that. But what that means is I help people to reverse their disease. So they go from having a disease to learning how to not be such a welcome host to disease and ending up with a better body.
Beautiful. I love that.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. And I'm going to ask you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
You can do it through Facebook or my website, patricialoft.com, or drop me an email at info@patricialoft.com.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so day 25 is, since we both took the graduation, we both graduated from the leadership program. Yeah. My question to you, how has your marriage been since the leadership transformation program?
I love this question, Parissa, because I think one of the things that keeps people from taking that leap that they really know that they need to take is that there's this little twinge of insecurity that can happen in a relationship. Like, will my husband still love me as a transformed person, whatever that looks like on the other side? Will I still have the friends that I have? And will I still be the same part of the family that I always have been? And sometimes the answer is no. But for me, I think one of the smartest things I've ever done in my life was marry the right guy, because he's like the leadership course embodied throughout his entire life. And so what he's brought to our marriage really has saved our marriage, because I really didn't know how to be married until I married him. So I think he's carried the ball pretty much for the last 20 years. And that's not something I am proud to admit, but I would have to say, give him the props that he deserves. But since we graduated from HCL, or since we went through the process of the leadership program, for me, I would wait or be a little bit more passive about making the same kinds of contributions that he makes. Like, he really is mindful about how I feel in our marriage and as a person on the planet. And so for me, I would kind of wait for the opportunity to reciprocate that. And now, since we've been through transformation or through leadership, and we talked about the urgency of our contributions and the urgency of our unique talents and gifts, in our marriage now, I have that urgency to contribute to him in the same way that he has contributed to me over these last years. And so I don't wait for an opportunity to make him feel like he matters to me. I hope I don't start crying. Right. Okay. And and make him feel like he's an important part of not just our marriage, but our community, our world, and that what he has done in the past has been like epic. He's an epic human being. So I no longer wait for the opportunity to make him feel, as epic as he is. I chase down those opportunities, and I have to say, it's just brought a whole new level to what I thought previously was a 10 out of 10 marriage. It's brought a whole new level to that. I mean, it's exquisite, I have to say.
Wow. So I hope you know I purposely picked this question for you because I know that you have an incredible marriage.
Okay.
And my thought process behind it was to see how differently you felt outside of transformation in your marriage. Because for me, I was worried a little bit after transformation that if I'm with someone who hasn't had transformation, how am I going to feel towards that person after transformation? I know that your hubby is a gem, like you said. He's a gentleman. He's epic, like you described. But I was wondering, and I was curious to know your perspective, even in a healthy marriage, how you would have felt outside of transformation. I think you've done a good job of explaining it. If you have more to add, please, by all means, go ahead.
I think it's what it was like what Michael Strassner said within the leadership program. To look for the things that that make your marriage like a honeymoon every day. And I have to say, I wasn't doing that. My husband does that very well, but I wasn't doing that. I was just kind of coasting and enjoying the ride. But I was not a 50% or even 100% contributor. And now I have to say that I do contribute 100%. Like I wake up in the morning looking for those opportunities or chasing down those opportunities where I can make him feel as important as he makes me feel in the marriage.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you one last question before we go because of that statement. What do you think it was about the leadership transformation that caused you to have that awakening?
There were a few things. I don't want to cry.
Just cry.
Okay, I can't talk and cry at the same time. Shoot. Am I the only one that's cried so far? I think so. Okay. I think I was holding on to so much damage that I couldn't see my way clear to be worthy of contributing. Oh, Parissa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I say though, even after all this time in your marriage, I just want to shine a light for a moment here. So all this time of being married to the exact same person, he did nothing different, showed up exactly the same way every single day. And you're the one who changed. Your perspective changed.
Exactly.
Your attitude.
That is exactly it. And that is exactly what we were trained to do in the leadership program is if you want different results, it's us that has to change. And for me, it was letting go of baggage that made me feel like I was A, worthy enough, and B, free enough to contribute to make it as good as he makes it for me.
Wow. And what's his interpretation? Does he see you differently?
He sees me differently every day. Like I'm so lucky because he just like he celebrates me every day. He tells everybody how great I am, and just watch her, like just look at her go. And he does that every single day, which is a miraculous way to live in a marriage. And so now my commitment to him is to make him feel as miraculous as he makes me feel.
Wow. You two are the fairy tale relationship. I swear.
I believe it too. Yeah. I live it every day and I believe it. Yeah.
And you're so worthy of it and so deserving of it. You both are. You're both and worthy of each other. It's beautiful. And thank you so much for sharing yourself with us today.
Thank you for having me on, and thank you for making me cry on, public Facebook.
Well, it was very vulnerable and authentic. So thank you for being vulnerable and authentic.
Okay. Love you, Parissa. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. you for being here. Bye, Patricia.
Bye.